Hello there. A few days ago I played round 5 in Lichess LoneWolf under 1800 tournament. I played as white and this is the shortest game I think I ever played in longer time controls. So it is a short game, but I will nevertheless show you the game, and I hope there will be some instructive moments as well. Okay, so I opened the game with e4, which I usually do, and he went with c6, so he played Caro-Kann defense, and my philosophy is always, if you give me a full center, I will just take it. So I played d4 immediately, and he played d5. And if you watched some of my previous videos, you saw that I prefer playing exchange Caro-Kann, although this is not positionally most sound, because you are giving your center pawn for the side pawn, so this is a positionally mistake, but in practice it's shown to be just okay, and you have a easy, simple game. You get to develop all your pieces and play chess very quickly and very pleasantly. So I played e takes d5 here. Sorry, this is exchange Caro-Kann, and he of course took back with c takes d5. And what now? Before I used to play c4, and I still play this. This is pawn of attack. I learned it was called the pawn of attack because I submitted a game on the channel, and one of the viewers said this is called the pawn of attack. So this is pawn of attack, and it usually leads to the isolated queen pawn position, which some consider to be weakness. I don't necessarily think the isolated queen pawn is a weakness, because you get to have a very dynamical position, you get to develop your pieces very fast around your passed pawn, and all you have to do in isolated queen pawn positions is to keep control over the square in front of the pawn, because this is the weakest square in your camp, basically. So, but okay, this time I decided I will not play c4, I will just go for something a little more solid, maybe even a little more passive, but nevertheless interesting position, and I played c3. And now at this position, well, usually you can even end up with something like London setup in some cases, something like this, for example, or maybe Kohle. Maybe you can go something like this and then this. So you can develop in several different ways. You have pretty active pieces. You get to castle quick, and you can have interesting game. So I decided this c3. He developed, so knight f6. I developed my bishop, d3 being the ideal square for the bishop here. So I already told you that this reminds of London Kohle system, and you know that bishop on d3 is very active on both wings here, and it's not so easy assailable. So this is natural move. He played bishop g4, and later when I looked at the book, I realized that he's playing all the book moves up until a few moves later. So this is actually a book move, so he develops his bishop with the attack on the queen. So this is development with tempo, which is almost always a good move. Okay, and now he develops his queenside bishop, and you have to know that if you develop your queenside bishop early, you create immediate weakness on b2. And usually the strategy for white here is to try to exploit this b7. Sorry, I said b2. I meant b7. So try to exploit this b7 weakness somehow as soon as possible. So in this position I had this in mind. So he's attacking my queen. I have to do something about my queen. So I have to either move my queen or just try to block this attack somehow. Keeping in mind that b7 is a weak square, I played queen b3. So I'm now targeting this b3 square. And now my opponent has to do something about this, and he played the book move again, so queen c7, now developing his queen. The queen is nicely developed here, and also protecting the b7 pawn. Now it's my turn to develop, so I was looking for a developing move, and I decided on knight e2, because well, knight on on f3 would not be so good move, because he can capture and then double up my pawns and completely destroy my kingside pawn structure. But here, okay, if he captures, I can just capture with my bishop, and I'm okay. I have bishop pair, so I'm not afraid of this exchange. And this does develop my piece, and also enables me to castle quickly. He played e6, so he probably realized that this pawn can be a weakness in the future, because you can see that this pawn is attacked and it's defended only once. So maybe in future I could have some kind of tricks to maybe remove the defender and then attack the pawn, or even just to play knight f4 and then have double attack on this pawn. So he realized that this pawn is a weakness, so he protected it. It's okay. And now it's my turn to develop with tempo, so I have two undeveloped pieces, and I saw that I can develop this bishop with the attack on the queen. So like I said, developing with tempo, with threat, is almost always a good move. We learned this from Paul Morphy. So bishop f4, attacking the queen, and now he has to do something about this attack, and well, basically he has to move the queen. And the best move here is just to play queen b6, and if I decide to exchange the queens, okay, he'll have isolated double pawns, but he'll have also the a file for his rook. So if he played this queen to b6, I will probably just retreat my queen. I don't like exchanging queens so early. I think I can win by outcalculating my opponents and using my tactical skills, which I am training all the time. So I like to keep my queens on the board if I can. But he didn't. He made here a big mistake and played queen to d7. And now, okay, now you can stop the video if you want. You can pause the video and try to find the best continuation for white. So white has a winning move here. So stop the video and see if you can find the winning move for white here. Okay, so let's continue. Now, first you can see that this queen and king are aligned on the same diagonal. So this signals you the possible skewer. And you have this bishop, large square bishop, which is ready to skewer these pieces, and the bishop is protected by the queen. But the only problem is, if you play bishop to b5, then he can block you with your knight, and everything is okay for black. So the next thing you have to think about is how to prevent this knight to block this skewer, and you can see conveniently that you can just capture this knight. So bishop takes b8 here is the winning move, because now if he captures the bishop, you will just win the queen. If he doesn't capture the bishop, if he plays, for example, a6, which is computer considers to be the best move, so now, okay, you cannot skewer the queen, but you can just bring back your bishop to safety, and you are up a piece with a better position, better development and everything. But he didn't see this trap, and he just took the bishop, and I played bishop b5, and he took a few minutes to see if there is any way out of the losing this game, and then he just resigned the game. Okay, so well, this was a short game, but nevertheless I think it can be a good lesson about opening. There are a few instructional moments how to develop your pieces with threats and so on. And you always have to be tactically aware, even if this is a very early stage of the game. It's only move 10. We didn't castle, we didn't develop our pieces, so it's a very early stage of the game. But still, you have to be very careful when you are putting when you are aligning something with your king. So especially if this is a queen, so you align your queen with your king, you have to turn on your tactical antenna and just see that this is not such a good idea. Okay, thank you very much for watching this short video. If you liked it, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel. If you didn't, leave the comment below, and I will see you very soon with more chess. Cheers.